it taken an update or what happened?
I don't know. It normally takes much less than normal. Not it's taking forever. But well,
Mm,
here it is. I sent a link to Mickey through Messenger, and then he kindly added it here. So, how was your weekend, Mitch?
Uh, yesterday was great. I hung out with my friends. We do a lot of things actually. We're going to Lulu's Burgers, and I eat them in the. I don't know how to say Mirador.
In the cider,
Uh-huh.
because you have a
Yes, in the
cider.
cider, in the cider from Villas, and we played some days like, okay, I see a red light or I see a white car signs here, and it was cool. Well, and now I realize that I have a lot of homework for tomorrow. Well,
Yeah,
some of them for today.
some of them for today.
Yes.
What today is Sunday? What is homework for today, Mitch?
Oh, well, our platform in the Instituto, they program some activities or homeworks for to upload today.
I
And
see. Okay, so you need to deliver them today. Let me say hello to Mickey. Mickey, hello. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Good morning. I'm great, thank you very much. Now I'm in my cell phone because my laptop is updating. but
Oh,
but all good, teacher. And you?
and they obviously laptops ask you always for permission. When's the most appropriate time to do it, right? They do that
Yeah,
with me all the time. Yeah, no, I know the story very well. They just say, Mickey, it's now. Whatever you do.
yeah. It looks like the computer waits until I'm gonna use it. But well,
Yeah, sometimes things like this happen. And for some reason, I've been spending a long time to start up the computer.
mm,
Um, I started to clean it up lately. Yesterday, I started to clean it and remove all files and organize it and get rid of obsolete information.
yeah.
But well, Mitch was telling me, thank Mickey, thank you for connecting me through Messenger. I couldn't open up WhatsApp. It still is taking a long time. But thank you for connecting and
Yes.
sending the
No, no
link to
problem.
Mitch.
No problem.
Yeah, Mitch was telling me that she has a platform at Instituto that it works on Sundays, right, Mitch? So sometimes they make the programming for you to deliver the homeworks.
Yeah.
yes,
For me too. I think that I need to deliver two homeworks today.
Yeah, yeah, and I have to do something for the degree also today, but I'm going to be working in the night. What's the best time for you to work on Sunday?
Mm, probably uh, after take a breakfast. I think that first I need to breakfast and then I can work.
You work immediately after breakfast. And what about you,
Yeah.
Mitch? When is it better for you to work?
to work. First, go to the gym, then take a breakfast, and then start to work.
Okay. I got used to working in the nights on Sunday. After I had done all the things, I started to work in the night. But really, the best thing is not to work on Sunday, right? The best thing is to work
No.
Monday through Friday or Monday
Yeah.
through
Yes.
Saturday. But it looks like those days are gone, and now the work journey has been increasing. Can you Google what's the journey in countries like Germany? What's the standard week work in Germany? It's like 36 hours
36.
Wow.
work. Standard working hours in Germany. Let's see. Mm, let's see.
Between 36 and 14 hours.
And 40. Okay, here is. Let me share this with you. to share this with you. Whole screen there. Germany. Who can read this, please?
Me?
Okay.
Uh, Germany is home to one of the shortest average working weeks in Europe. According to the World Economic Forum, the average working week is 34.2 hours. Wow.
34. And then I think France is 36. Let me check France. Standard working hours. All right. Can you read this, Mitch, please?
Which?
Standard hours, the French working hours.
Uh,
Am I sharing?
um, yes, you're sharing, but it freezed.
Oh, really? Let me update it then. I mean, I need to update then the.
Well,
Will
I think it my device because okay.
Mm.
Hello, Mitch, you're back.
Yes, well, the system don't took me out. First, it says that Juan Edgardo left the session. Then I left too. But I don't know what happened with Mickey.
Yeah. Oh, he is back. He's back. Hey, Mickey, hello. I did a refresh. I refreshed the system and it took me out. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what
These
happened with me,
things.
but well, now we're here.
Yeah, I think you guys went out when I refreshed the system because it had frozen. So I
Mm,
came back. It took me out of the system. Then I think it took you out automatically too. I'm sorry about that. Well, let's
don't
read
worry,
about the
teacher.
French working hours. Yeah, thank you, Mickey. The French working hours.
The fresh working hours are usually 8 or 9 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. with 1 hour of unpaid lunch break. This will, however, vary depending on the business and company agreements. The weekly working hours are 35, 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, or work beyond this quota are compulsory paid as overtime.
Yes, well, this is work in Europe in
Mm,
general, full time, etc. Yeah, I remember when I was in Areva, which is a French company in Toluca, the Fridays were days off for the French 1 week, and the other they had to work half a day. So half a day on one Friday, a full day off the next one. So why? How do you? That's the common question, right? What you think of that? What do you think of that? Why underdeveloped countries work more and produce less, and developed countries work less and produce more? Do you think that is true? That happens, or is a stereotype and maybe not so true? What do you think?
Um, yeah, I think that it's true. Uh, I think that the issue is that companies think, for example, here in Mexico and probably Latin America in general, thinks that people are like machines, and obviously people could feel tired, could feel bad, could feel unmotivated, and I think that it's necessary to have a balance and not only work every day um, with the same schedule or with the same salary too. I think that people needs to get motivated.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yesterday I was with a group doing a dynamics, and we were trying to generate a map for gender equality and people who with different capacities, and they were doing some type of pie like this, dividing up gender in their companies, and some of them provided their homework with 60-40, more or less like this. These were men and these were women. The same token, they had to make a similar exercise, but they had to divide the pie in paid workers, I mean, full-time workers and hourly workers, people under wages. In other words, the company does not pay insurance. So
Mm.
let's see. Do you know any company, and do you think you can more or less find out what their situation is, or you're not very familiar with companies yet? This idea is interesting because it gives you how many people of different status, different creed, religious creed, and if they are with a full capacity or with a handicap situation. For example, let's talk about Instituto, which I think is very familiar to you. Do you have an idea
Mhm.
how many male or female teachers there are?
No.
Mm,
It doesn't
no.
have to be exact, just an idea, an approximation.
Mm.
but I think that there's more men than women.
Mhm.
What percentage do you think it is? Approximately, of course, it doesn't have to be precise.
Maybe 60-40.
60% and women 40%. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
have you seen? Yes.
No, I agree with Mitch. Probably, yeah,
Yeah.
60-40 or 55-45.
Have you seen anyone with different capacities that is handicapped or has a physical problem or any type of problem working there as a worker?
Yeah, as teacher, I
Yes.
think that there are two teachers. One of them gave me classes on when we were online, but I've seen in person now that we are going in person, right? And he has a difficulty to walk, and I think that he can uh, stand up by himself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
So that would make
he
what
drives
percentage?
and he do everything, you know. Only
Oh,
he
that's
can't stand up, but he drives and he gives the classes in with his condition, right?
that's fabulous. That's
Yeah.
fantastic that the Instituto hires people with different capacities. How many
Hmm.
people like that do you know that teach an Instituto? One, two, three, 10, or only him?
Um, I think that there are like three three people.
Three.
Yeah.
Out of how many teachers? You think there are 100 teachers?
Um, yeah, probably.
So
Well,
we would be
counting
safe to say,
university. And
okay.
yeah.
So we say 3% with different capacities or handicapped. Let's call them handicapped, as they say in the US, and here full capacity teachers, 97%. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, um, full capacity handicapped 3%. And you make other divisions. For example, it was common in the US to include the minorities. Here, I don't know if we do anything like this, but I have never seen it. For example, they had this, and I'm telling you about 25 years ago when I was there. They had for the different communities, the Hispanics, the Afro American, the what do you call this with many letters? LGBT or I don't remember the
Mm-hmm.
name. Yes, okay.
LGBTQ plus 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 plus.
Yeah, yeah. But in that time, it was only one. It was the LGBT community, which LGBT community. They had Hispanics here, Hispanics, and even each one had a percentage. That's what I mean.
Mm.
Hispanics. They had also Asian and Afro American. There was a toll. There was a target. I believe this was positive. In a sense, it was positive. Um, so Afro, let's call them Afro for the moment. Asians, Asians. And there were other two or three with different classifications, which I don't remember exactly. But this was the white class, right? The white class. And they called them like that. No, actually, they didn't call them white class. They called them Anglo Saxons. And it was not even, it was like the total amounted to like 92%, 90%. So even if it looks fair, it is clearly biased. What do you think about this, Mitch? Do you think the numbers more or less reflect a fair decision, or is it biased?
And which in in
The
North
the
America?
one on the top right, yeah, in the US.
Uh, what means Anglo-Saxons?
I'm sorry, it's Anglo-Saxons. I'm sorry, Anglo
Sure.
Anglo-Saxons. Yes,
Yeah,
Mickey.
I'm gonna log in my laptop.
Yeah, of course, Mickey. I think this is the distribution of work in the US, more or less. What do you think of this, Mitch?
Hmm, could be. I don't know
Is it
if are so are I could think that maybe are a little more of Afro Americans.
okay? Could be. Could be. Yeah. The idea is that the system provides by law a minimum amount to certain communities that mandatorily you have to have 5% or certain percentage of Hispanics, of the community, of the Asians, and of Afro people, at least. And that is by mandate of the federation. And these laws are trying to make the society more just. What do you think of this? Have you seen something like this before?
Mm, no, I haven't, but I think that it's something good. Well, for example, at Instituto there are teachers that are gays. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
And you identify, how do they identify themselves?
mm,
With a band, with a name, or is just
Maybe
hearsay? Hearsay
I
is,
think that
mm,
when you hear to them, you realize that okay, and then you see their movements, and there are more. I don't know how to say it. Probably uh, I'm gonna listen a little bit. Well, I don't know, but it's my
mm,
opinion. But you can detect it when you see it.
it could be, and maybe not, because there are some gay people that really, I don't know, they are really attached to the stereotype, and maybe when the way or they dress or they talk, some people could attach to the stereotype too, but are others that you can not say. Even if only if they tell okay I'm gay and okay they I don't have an idea because there's some people that really don't you can read their minds. For example, there's the teacher of mm, sing of sing the canto.
the
uh,
the singing teacher, the
the
singing teacher.
singing teacher is gay, and they he said it it's like 2 months ago, but it was a shock for some girl students because okay that teacher is handsome and lot of girls went with him.
Really?
It's a school gossip. Yes, but yeah. But no, there's a stereotypes, and other not people are attached to the stereotypes.
Okay, okay, I see. Well, I have seen this situation quite a number of times. Not very often, but yes, a few times. And it's a very interesting topic, actually. It's a very interesting topic. I think there is no final. Well, I think it's more or less final now. But there are many considerations. Many considerations. For example, it is true that the people in this category or these characteristics have rights, right? But also the other people do have rights as well, right? So it's a good thing that everyone have rights and protect their rights. The interesting issue for me, obviously, everyone has a different point of view. But for me, it is interesting that they want to proclaim and establish and emphasize with a lot of strength their situation, trying to establish that it is correct, it is correct, it is not a disease, correct, it is it is not, it is not a disease or an aberration, etc., etc. Okay, we understand all that, but I have seen a good number of people trying to demonstrate their affection in public, which I don't think is, well, I don't know what to think. Have you seen two people who are homosexuals or gays proving their affection in public in an exaggerated form, or you haven't seen that?
Yes,
Yeah.
the every kind of people. Well, a lot of couples tend to kiss each other pretty much. In some parts in the face, even in the what was that? The neck,
The
or
neck,
sometimes the cuello.
neck, yes, yes, yes.
Uh-huh. And sometimes in the chest and in the back, in the
Okay.
in the arm. I see one time in some amusement parks, uh, and okay, you love each other, but please find a place to do that.
Exactly, exactly. Respect public spaces, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
think this goes for everyone, not only for people who are called gays, right? But also for
Ah,
everyone.
for everyone. Yes, I was talking of everyone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. So I have seen people, and maybe we have some stereotypes or some, how do you call this, prejudices. Myself, I was raised in a very conservative family, so I tend to exaggerate towards the conservatism more than toward libertarianism or liberalism. I admit that. That's an admission that I make, and I
Mhm.
I know that I have to work on that myself. I need to become more tolerant, if you will. Maybe that is a word. But I have seen situations that have annoyed me. For example, many years ago, maybe not some 10 years ago, I went with my mom to eat some tacos, and there
Mhm.
two boys came and they started to
Mhm.
hug each other. Then they started caressing each other. I told to the taco stand man, uh, it's nice that every people have respect for the older people, right? What do you think? And I said that in not yelling, but in a loud voice, so that they would like check that my mother was there, right? I didn't care for me, but I checked for my mother because if I
Mhm.
am traditional, she's much more traditional, right? And it's okay if they are homosexuals, that's all right. But as you say, there are places for things. How would you feel? And your partners are probably my generation. Well, more your dad. Um, if there was a similar situation in which you are as a family, you go out, and then a couple of boys or girls show up and start hugging and kissing each other in front of your parents, wouldn't you feel like uncomfortable, or would you would say, nah, it's okay?
No, it depends. Maybe okay, a little kiss, a little hug. Okay, but
Right.
there's some people that really, uh, how can I say, se pasan?
Yeah, they exaggerate.
They exaggerate too
They
much, as
overdo
I
it.
said. Uh huh. Well, a little kiss, a hug, a little shows of affection sometimes. Okay, but not exaggerate.
Right. I agree. Thank you, Mitch. What do you think, Mickey?
Yeah, I think that, like you and Mitch said, there are places to do that,
What
and
is your opinion about? I'm
yeah, and I
sorry,
think.
I lost you for a second, Mickey.
Oh, sorry, teacher. Yeah, I said that, like you and Mitch said that there are places to do that, and I think that no one wants to see it, and no one. Yeah, nobody likes to see that. You feel
Mhm.
uncomfortable. I remember one time that I went to
Right.
Guadalajara. Wow, in Guadalajara there were a lot of gays and a lot of lesbians, and they were kissing, but all the park were full of people who were kissing, and but I think that in a extreme way, and you feel uncomfortable. For example, I didn't imagine a walk with my grandmother. It-
Okay.
Ah,
yeah, for
yeah.
example, we're gonna go to Guadalajara, and probably there's not a place that I want to visit with her or with all my family because you feel uncomfortable.
Mm.
Right.
Or I don't
Exactly.
know if
So
you.
we talk about,
Sorry.
yes, yes, Mitch. Go ahead. Go
What?
ahead.
Oh, I don't know if you sometimes, okay, you hang out with your friends, but result that some of your friends take their couples with them and they start to kiss or hook too many and you're alone.
No, never.
No, well, as an
Okay.
example. For example, yesterday when I hang out with my friends, where there's a couple of my friends, and also my boyfriend came and he started to hold me. No, no, no. Not here, but because there was a friend that she was alone, and I it could transmit their uncomfortable. I know that that is bad. I don't like to make a showings of affection from another people. Maybe just a kiss or a hug, but nah, I understand the other people.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I think it's more or less common sense, right? Common sense.
Yes, it is common
Well, but
sense.
okay, we're studying a top. Yeah, common sense. Yeah, we're not to create discomfort in other people. Well, this is the result of the different aspects of work that are part of a society too. Uh, Let me please go back to the topic that we were working on the other day. Remember that we were talking about the culture of cuisine,
Yeah.
and we were talking about different recipes. I don't remember if we had anything like pending, like. But let's read this about which is Mexico's food culture. Who wants to read this, please?
Me? Uh, Five delicious types of cuisine you should try. Caribbean in caray. What
I'm
is
sorry.
Mexico
I
food
think
culture? Since
yes.
ancient times, the most important food in the Mexican diet have been corn, beans, squash, tomatillos, and chile peppers. The role of these ingredients in Mexican food and culture through the centuries in the basis of this bouillon.
Yes. Yeah. I put the camera off. Yes, Mitch. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. Sorry. Let me go back to the. Gracias. Sorry. Can you continue, please?
Ah, caray. In which
What did I?
part you lost me? Mm.
I think you completed the part. Sorry, I got distracted because I got my coffee. Sorry. Uh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
okay.
So let me here. All right. Which other foods would you add to this list besides corn, beans, squash, tomatillos, chile peppers? What else would you
Mm,
add to this list?
tomatoes.
Tomatoes, yes, of course, tomatoes,
Mhm.
tomatoes. What else?
Mm,
Uh,
onion.
Onion, yeah, absolutely. Onion. Do you think garlic?
Yeah.
sure. Cheese.
Garlic. Cheese, yes. Cheese.
Mm,
Lettuce, or not
yeah,
much. I think
lettuce.
everyone eats lettuce nowadays in the salad. What else?
Mm, por,
Probably. Pork meat.
Pork meat, of course. Pork meat. Okay. I have a question for you guys. Okay, let's finish this list, and then I have a question. Do you think it is possible? Do you think it is possible to increase the home production of edible products? Do you think we can increase the home production of eatable products? Eatable is something that you can eat. For example, do you guys have anything that you can eat at home that you produce? Maybe a lemon tree, an apple tree, an
We
orange
have
tree.
a orange tree.
Really? Wow,
Mhm,
fantastic.
mhm.
How do you feel when you pick up from the orange tree? Don't you feel like
Nice.
the tree is your friend?
Yes. It give me free food.
Exactly, exactly. Now, if we have one tree, and I asked myself, and I asked my students, and I asked everyone, why not have two, or why not have three, or why not have a fig tree or fig bush? Fig bush. I don't know if the fig is a bush or a tree. Do you know what is this, Mickey? If figs are bushes or trees?
Uh,
What
fig,
means fig?
fig bush.
Higo,
Ah,
is it a bush? I think it's a
Ah,
bush,
okay,
or
okay. Hmm.
I don't know.
I think
mm,
that it's
let's see. Fig.
Or trees.
the fig plant is a bush or a small tree from one
Okay,
meter or 3 feet
Hmm.
okay.
to 10 to 12 meters, 33 to 39 feet high.
It's a tree.
It's a tree. Okay. Oh, a bush or a small tree, right? Okay, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Fig is a bush or small tree. Now, do you think it would be possible not only to do it, but to influence people to have a plant in their houses that they can eat from later? For example, spinach or Swiss chard, maybe mint, basil. What other things could people grow? For example, if we had a project in which we said, well, we're going to build 10 plants, eatable plants, which ones would you choose?
Lemons,
That were
because are very
lemons,
expensive.
lemons, lemons. What else would you grow at home, Mitch, if it was possible to grow them?
Mm,
Mm,
tomatoes.
tomatoes.
Hmm.
Tomatoes, right? That would be also possible to grow. What else could it be?
Mm, onions.
Onions. Okay, onions. Do you know that garlic can also be grown at home? Garlic.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Garlic.
So we have, well, I would say maybe five, not 10 products. Let's choose five only. Onion,
Mm,
garlic,
Maybe yes.
which squash.
Squash.
Squash is calabacita.
It's
Okay,
not
the
so
squash.
basic.
It's not so basic.
No.
I have grown squashes or zucchinis in my house where I used
Really?
to live, and they were easy to grow actually.
Oh,
Very easy. Actually, I think they were the easiest of these ones. Well, you can also have a papaya tree.
papaya tree.
Papaya tree,
Oh,
and
an
they grew
apple
yes.
very
tree.
fast. An apple tree, right? Apple tree. Okay, well, we have a good number of these ones. Um, how would we grow them? You would grow them in the pot, in a big pot, in I don't know, in the garden, in the street. How would you grow these ones?
Mm, Probably if you have a garden, in the garden.
Yeah, of course.
For example, here in my cluster, probably could be in the park if they give us permission to do it.
Yeah, that would be a nice project. And we
Hmm.
don't have that culture in Mexico, do we?
Yeah.
Yes.
I But we could have the initiative and say, well, let's start a project in which we plant fruit trees in the public parks that's going to benefit the community. I mean, if somebody tells me, hey, we're going to plant fruit trees in your park, I'll say, well, fabulous. Imagine I'm going to eat from those trees, or my friends that visit me will eat from those trees, or anything. I would say that would be a great idea.
Mhm.
Now, how about herbs, which are easier to grow and use less space? Herbs. Which herbs would you like to have, like
What
to cook?
means herbs?
Actually, herbs, hierbas, herbs,
Oh.
fine herbs, hierbas finas, fine herbs
Mm,
that you would like to. Do you like cooking, Mitch or Mickey?
cooking?
Mm,
Yeah, do you like cooking?
I
Ah,
will. I
yes.
like cooking, but I don't know a lot of recipes and a lot of. Well, I would like to learn more.
But you
But yeah, I'm interested
right,
in
but
that.
that's something that you enjoy, right? That you say,
Yeah,
oh,
of course.
I
Yes.
appreciate it. I feel relaxed. I love it. In a way.
And
Okay,
I love more the result.
of course. Yeah. And which fine herbs do you think would be beneficial to have at home?
Mm,
Cilantro?
Absolutely,
Mint?
yeah, cilantro. Mint, yeah,
Mm,
cilantro, mint. Do you like basil, albahaca?
Yeah.
Or
yes.
okay. How about rosemary?
I don't know.
Romero?
Romero, yeah, rosemary. You use this in particular when you eat fish. Some type of fish
Hmm.
have rosemary. I don't know if would be a plant that you would appreciate. And Indian cuisine niche, Mickey, the
Hmm.
cumin is very common. Do you agree?
The what?
The cumin, comino.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you spell it like this. You like that, Mickey?
Hmm.
You spell it like this, I think, right? Cumin,
Yeah, I think so.
cumin, Indian cuisine.
Parsley?
Cumin, parsley. Yeah, parsley is parsley. Do you know where you use parsley a lot, Mickey or Mitch? In a very delicious Arab dish called, I think we talked about this once, tabbouleh.
Tabule?
Remember that we talked about
Tabule?
it?
Yes.
Tabbouleh.
Yeah.
They use tabbouleh. They use parsley to make it.
It is salad, right?
It's like a salad with
Hmm.
quinoa or wheat also.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. So I would like to briefly, very briefly, touch on the topic of how do growers grow these herbs or trees or the production. Just very quickly,
Yeah.
if they grow it as SPR, Sociedad de Producción Rural, or as cooperatives,
Mm.
how do you think they do it, or individually?
Oh, mm, I don't know, probably in cooperatives.
Cooperatives. Okay. Now, what is your idea of a cooperative, Mickey or Mitch? What's a cooperative? How do cooperatives work in Mexico?
Mm, to grow something?
Yeah. What is the
Probably,
Uh,
uh, probably someone has the land to grow, and other people has the engineering that you need to do it, or the seeds or the knowledge to grow something.
okay, very good. Yeah, absolutely. They get together, right? There is
Mm-hmm.
a definition for cooperatives. Let's read this, please. Mitch, can you read it, please? Because it is connected with the production of edible food with food. So can you read this, Mitch, please? Which country?
Yes. Which country has the most cooperatives? Common causes Funds Nation look data for rank 88 countries. The highest score was found in Brazil, which achieved a CBS of 2.19. Nowhere fault 2.06. I then Uruguay 2.02 and Canada 1.93.
Okay. Cooperatives are very common in those countries because the tax system is very lenient, it's very simple. So you can organize yourselves or people in cooperatives, and the taxation is going to be more or less lenient.
Mm,
These are some types of cooperatives.
okay.
Um, can you read that, Mickey, please? Retail cooperatives.
Mm-hmm. Retail cooperatives. Retail cooperatives are a type of consumer cooperative which help create retail stores to benefit the consumers making the retail or a store.
Right. Other types of cooperatives are worker
Worker
cooperatives.
cooperatives, producer cooperatives, service cooperatives, housing cooperatives.
Right. Some examples are here. Um, you want to read this, Mitch, please? Examples of cooperative companies.
Uh, okay. What are the examples of cooperative companies? Those types of cooperatives include producer, marketing, retail supply, utilities, cable, television,
Cable, cable
agriculture,
television, cable television.
agricultural services, fish marketing, childcare, farmers markets, and community service.
Right. Let's take a quick look at the question if cooperatives are profitable. What do you think, Mickey? Do you think cooperatives are profitable or not?
Mm, yeah, of course.
They should
Because
be, right?
yeah, mm,
And what
all
is the
people
difference between?
involved in a cooperative must have a benefit. If
Yeah,
not, it's not
exactly.
a cooperative.
Yeah, but the idea is with this question is that many societies or companies they say, okay, we are for social benefits, so our net income is zero after we pay the workers. So this is we'll make an organization, Mickey, Mitch, and teacher Ricardo, right? We make a company, and then at the end of the day, Mitch is working on something. You are working on something else, and I am working on something else, right? And Mitch makes money, you make money, and I make money. The two of us make money, but at the end, there is no profit. So all we get is our salary, right? In some
Mhm.
companies, but in a cooperative, in addition to this, we make a profit. Additionally, in a cooperative, we make a profit and we divide it into three, right? We make, I don't know, we make 45,000 pesos profit. So we divide it into three because we're three partners. So 45 into three equals 15,000 because it's one action per person, regardless of how much input or how much we produce individually. So the profit per person is 15,000 this month, right? Okay. Um, So cooperatives also are liable to make money. Now let's see the difference between a cooperative that produces, they produce crops. So agro cooperatives in Mexico. Let's see. This is interesting for what reason? Because that tells you if the food production is easily going to grow or not. If you think the production is going to grow constant and consequently the prices are going to drop or go down, or just the opposite, right? So let's see. Uh, Agricultural cooperative. Okay, an example. Who can read this, Mitch or Mickey? Agricultural cooperative.
Me?
Okay, Mickey, please.
Major agricultural cooperatives include production and marketing cooperatives, poultry and livestock cooperatives, fishing and fish marketing cooperatives, and food processing and marketing cooperatives.
Okay, notice that this is something very important. Marketing cooperatives. And that is important because of a constant problem that people see in economy. This is a common problem that people see in economy. I'm going to show you. What is the price of a beer, Mickey? Price of a beer.
Uh, I don't know,
Progress.
around
Three,
depending on
300.
the place where you buy it to.
Let's
But
see
if
a
you buy,
grocery store.
I don't know,
Oxxo,
20 pesos, 18 pesos, 20
20. I would
pesos.
say 20. 20, 23. Okay, let's say
Mm-hmm.
20. 20 pesos. It's 3 milliliters. What is the price of barley, Mitch? Price of barley per ton or per kilogram. You know,
What means barley?
cebada,
Cebada?
cebada. Yeah, you
What
need
means
cebada.
cebada?
You need barley. Cebada is a cereal to produce beer.
Oh,
Barley is in the family of corn, wheat, rice, uh, sesame seeds. What else, Mickey? Oat,
Mm,
barley, of course.
in barley in US is between 1.3 and 1.29 dollars per kilogram, and that means so little is less than 20 pesos.
1.3 is more than 20 pesos, Mitch. Or dollars.
I
$1 is
know,
20
I know, I
pesos.
know. And then 0.13,
Oh, 0 point. I'm sorry. Yes.
0.3, 5.4 pesos.
5.5 pesos. Yeah, that's more
Um,
or less like in Mexico. Kilogram.
yes.
Well, to make the long story short, you don't need 1 kilogram to produce one beer, one bottle of beer of 350 milliliters. You need much less to produce that. Um, so the issue here is, let's say, let's say that the price of beer increases from. This is the issue. This is the issue, and it's a very interesting issue because it repeats itself in all the society in every aspect of economy. Price of beer goes to 23 pesos. What is the increment in percentage? Let's make it easy. Let's have a yeah. 2 pesos is 10%, so 3 pesos is
10%.
15%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this correctly? 15%. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that the marketeer or the people who commercialize beer will pay the growers of barley 15% more for the product?
Nope.
No, they won't. The marketeer will not pay 15% more to the grower. In which industries you will see this? Is my theory, of course. Well, you will see this in the industry of milk production, bread production, beer production. What else?
Mm,
What other industries begin with a cereal or with a grain, and then
mhm.
they move up? Well, tequila production. Tequila production. The agave growers will not get more money just because. Oh, Mitch got disconnected.
I think that now
Okay.
there's like a problem with agave and all that stuff, right? Because there are a lot of people now producing agave, and obviously when there are a lot of people producing something, the price must decrease because now there are more people offering the same product.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true, Mickey. And this is very interesting because there is what's called product reconversion. Product reconversion. What is this? That you originally were producing wheat or corn, and now you want to
Hmm.
produce agave.
Hmm.
What happens that instead of me getting a fortune, like let's say whatever, 100% of a market, of a good market,
Hmm.
I'm gonna get only 80% because now you're taking 20% of the market from me.
Yeah.
Well, because now you're selling also your tequila or your mezcal, right?
Hmm.
So what do I do? Well, I cannot do anything. Well, yes, I can do many things. I can go to the government and tell, hey, Mr. Government, my friend Mickey wants to produce agave too, but this is between you and I only. And then he probably will say, okay, let's put some tariffs or some barriers or some this, but we cannot go public, right? We cannot say, hey, you and I are friends, so let's leave Mickey out of the game. So you see,
Yes.
Yeah.
some people do it like that. Not everyone, but some people do it like that. But it is what you're saying, Mickey. The exports of agave are growing incredibly fast, even to the European market.
Hmm.
What is going on now then? Well, many people want to reconvert. That is called product reconversion.
Okay.
And okay, I don't want to produce corn anymore because they're going to pay me exactly what Mitch says, 5 pesos a kilogram. Whereas if I sell an agave plantation, there I'm going to sell the 1 hectare for 2.8 million. 1 hectare, 1 hectare of agave for 2.8 million. Of course, I have to invest 500,000, but I'm going to sell it for 2.8 million pesos, ready for processing. So imagine. Of
Yeah.
course, this is after 5 years, but then you can make an economic retrospection and have the value of this 2.8 million in the present.
Hmm.
So what do you think of this? I'm sorry. So what's your comment of this situation of milk production, bread production, beer production, tequila production, that the final price increases, but the price to the grower does not increase? What's your comment about this, Mickey or Mitch?
Mm, well, of course, I think that it's something that is not that is unfair because obviously if something increase must benefit to all the members or to all the people who make or who helps in a way to the final product. But unfortunately, we live in capitalism, and that doesn't exist. And instead, there are people who wants to take more advantage of the growers, and it's a big problem. I think so.
Do you think that organizing these people in cooperatives or adding a vertical integration would help the solution? Let's say solution for the growers. Let's say just two quick questions before we finish.
Hmm.
Um, one would be organize them in cooperatives. That would be an idea. Or number two, establish a vertical integration so that the grower can also commercialize or market their products. These are two alternatives. What do you think of these two ideas, Mitch or Mickey?
Uh, Probably the first one. I think that will be easier because the second one, like you said, there are a lot of corruption and there are a lot of he's my friend and he only can sell this and you only can produce and that's your work. But for example, if they make like cooperatives and they establish prices, like okay, the price that we need to sell this is only this. We can uh, decrease this price because if we decrease this price, affect to all the growers. I think that probably would be a solution, like establish prices to all the products because it's like I remember one time that one teacher told us that about the bad salaries that now we have in the actuality that probably yeah you study the same that the other person but this person accepts to work with 8,000 pesos per month. So how why I need to offer you more money if this person do to that price? So probably if you establish the prices will be a solution. I don't know if I
Okay,
see
that's
correctly.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, totally correct, totally correct. What do you think, Mitch? Thank you very much, Mickey. What do you think
Yes,
of
sir.
these ideas?
Mm, well, okay. Well, I according to the thing that the marketers are getting a bunch of the growers or the people in the rural life, and maybe as a consequence they realize that they are not getting what they deserve, and that's why each year are less people who works in the rural park because they are saying that there's not so many profit in comparing that they grow in their farms. And well, I think that need change, or maybe uh, going again that we said that make that project that convince people to have their own little farms or their own trees to get their food in other way, because there are so many corruption in that areas.
There's so much corruption. Yes. Well, why don't we do a draft? Draft is like boceto. Draft.
Mhm.
Discuss an idea for next Monday, maybe. Draft.
For
Think.
tomorrow.
Oh, for tomorrow. Yes, exactly. For tomorrow. Think
Mm.
of an idea which we could implement to organize the rural workers or the not only to organize the rural workers is to and or motivate society in general to grow more products, more crops at home. This is more or less the idea. That we draft, we can write this with pencil or ink in a notebook or in whatever, however you find it is easy.
Mm-hmm.
That we can say, well, let's organize the rural workers in this way, or another way is that we can motivate society to grow crops at home. That should enhance or motivate the, the economy to be more balanced, to have a better equilibrium, because it
Mm-hmm.
looks like it is going on one way only, apparently. So let's just think of an idea for tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
please, and see if we can write some lines or ideas or express them tomorrow. How about that?
Yes, sure. It is good.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Mitch, Mickey, thank you very much for your time
Could
as
you
usual.
announce the homework in the group, please, teacher?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Let me
Thank you.
put this, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna chop it. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the group. Here it is. Classes here. Oh, I don't know what I got. Let me see. I'm sorry. Select, selected, copy. I think there. I think there it is. Is it? Yeah.
Mm,
Okay. Ignore the first chart. I don't know why I copied it,
yes, sure.
but the second is there.
Okay.
Think of an idea which we could implement to organize the rural workers and or motivate society in general to grow more crops at home. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, teacher. Sure.
All right. See you tomorrow, Mitch, Mickey. Take care. Enjoy. Have a wonderful weekend or Sunday.
See you, teacher.
You too, teacher. Thank you very
Sure.
much. Thank you for
Have
your
a
time.
great Sunday.
Thank you. Take
Bye.
care. Nice
Thanks for the
Sunday. Bye
time.
bye.